picnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears.
Set up 50, plant.
Here we go, D.
They'll run on first down. Rivers. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Eason looking left side, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Come to my work.
On first down, Rivers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Undercrush. Undercrush. Undercrush.
Miles Sanders' first carry of the game. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Sam off.
49. Check 49. Check 49. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Now a handoff looking right. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Check. Check. Hot. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Looking to throw. Brown. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Back to throw. Brown. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. On first down, Eason. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
At the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Brown going to throw again. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one good for 26 and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a play fake here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Ready? 60 outlaw, 80 weapon. Watch the screen.
From the gun, Eason. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Eason. He's going to air one out. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, Alpha.
1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
49.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Smooth.
To throw on third down, Eason. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
He'll find Metcalf. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down.
Buddy up. 53, Mike. It's been a long day for you. Check it out.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Check. Deuce, on. Check, go.
Brown now. A final shot before break. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now Brown, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Uchenna Nwosu. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Second and 9 now. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So maybe the defense will have to kickstart the offense here. The first points of the game comes from that defensive unit.
Yeah, sometimes you get together and you say, hey, maybe it's on us today. We have to go out and force the issue and make a play and get everyone else going.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw. Eason. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And an alley to run. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He's got a 1st down past the 30. It's a foot race. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Ready? 6 yards. Mike, 58 right there. We don't want this.
Off the play fake. Brown. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
They'll try and sneak it here. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Going for Hurd on the deep ball. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
To throw on 2nd down, Eason. It's caught by Sanders. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Haywood. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
On 4th down, Eason. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ochena Nwosu. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Houston, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road.